Good afternoon, everyone. It's a huge afternoon of Scottish Gas Women's Scottish Cup football. And this afternoon at the Oriam. In this quarter-final, it's Heart of Midlothian against Celtic. As Hearts take on a team that they've had to fight and battle to get big results against in the league over recent seasons. But Hearts looking to get back to the Scottish Cup final at Hampden, looking for the first appearance since the 2024 final, where they were defeated 2-0 by Rangers. Celtic last won the Scottish Cup in 2023 with a 2-0 victory over Rangers, but only one can progress to Hampden this season for the Scottish Gas Scottish Cup semi-finals. Hearts changed too after a commanding win here against Aberdeen in the league last Sunday. Captain Georgia Hunter has been a welcome returnee this season after long-term ACL injury. She starts again today. Jardine replaces Forsyth, and Bailey Hutchison is on the bench and can change the game if she were to come on as a substitute. Celtic also switched too, with Luke and Weston replacing O'Hanlon and McInerney. Morgan Cross starts once again. She scored the equaliser in the league fight with Glasgow City last Sunday. It's a grey day, the rain drizzling down, but that won't put off the mood of these supporters who've travelled to help encourage their players to the next step of the Scottish Cup. I'm Stuart Mitchell, looking forward to watching this one this afternoon with you. There's already one name in the hat for the next round. That's Glasgow City, who were 2-0 winners against Stenhousemuir in the lunchtime kick-off. Montrose against Dundee United already underway. This is the third semi-final, quarter-final of the day. As Hearts substitutes and coaching staff members make their way across the surface to the technical areas. There's a new face leading Celtic these days, Grant Scott, who's had many battles with Hearts over his time as Hibernian head coach. He led the High Bees to the SWPL title last season, but after Elena Sadiku's departure from Celtic, Scott has made the move. He's already suffered defeat at the hands of Celtic's rivals Rangers in the League Cup semi-final on penalties. So we can see just how difficult the conditions will be today for the players at Oriam in the capital. Umbrellas present. But as soon as the players kick off this one, all the focus will be on the action. An all SWPL tie, one of two in the quarters of the Scottish Cup, with Partick Thistle against Rangers, the other kicking off in about an hour's time. There is the new Celtic manager, Grant Scott. There'll be a little bit of a personal thing in his mind this afternoon, as he was knocked out as Hibs manager at the first hurdle in the Scottish Gas Scottish Cup last season. He doesn't want to see that happen this afternoon, and hopes for progression as the captains lead out the teams. There's an interesting match-up between the two goalkeepers as well. Lisa Rogers and Rachel Johnston switch sides. They faced each other already in domestic action. It's always interesting when they line up against each other on the goal lines in this fixture. This is a difficult place for teams to travel to in the domestic season. Hearts have only conceded 5 league goals here this season. They have created that aura of it being such a difficult venue for sides to travel to. Eva Olid, the Hearts boss, has progressed and progressed in her time in charge at the club. making steps forward, recruiting well. There's only a handful of seasons ago Hearts were winners of SWPL 2, being promoted to the top flight, and now they sit in second place in the league table. But it's all about that famous trophy at the end of this season. Georgia Hunter on the right, Kelly Clark on the left. The two captains will be taking through the preparations. Hunter will get the first decision. And the team set to switch sides. So Glasgow City already set for the draw, which is taking place tomorrow night, 7 p.m. on the Scottish Cup social channels for the semi-finals at Barclays Hampden. Celtic will go through Kelly Clark's instructions in the pre-match huddle. Hearts gather on the left in maroon for some final words of encouragement. There's only been one previous match-up between the two this season, and it was on the opening day of the league back in August. Celtic were 2-1 winners, with Morgan Cross and Natalie Ross scoring before a late Georgia Timms penalty narrowed the scoreline, and it's Georgia Timms who's standing over the ball, ready to kick us off this afternoon. Another huge day of Scottish Gas Women's Scottish Cup action, and off we go at the Oriam. The first few minutes will be an intriguing watch just to see who looks to pose that early threat first. It's about getting comfortable on the ball. Carly Johns is not holding back as she makes a sprint. Hearts through Jess Husband, who's been called up with her twin sister Erin to the Scotland under-19s in recent days. And that's Erin Husband who makes the pass forward. Timms takes. Celtic look to swarm immediately. Pema. Stab forward towards Slattery. And the whistle will draw things back for Hearts possession. Celtic go through a couple of conversations just to set things up. Momo Nakao will be forced back. Jenna Slattery has a wicked delivery from set pieces. There was a threat in that Aberdeen game last Sunday for Hearts again. It's a lovely looking crossover. Timms tries to angle the header. Took a sore one in the process. When you've got that kind of set piece ball from Jenna Slattery, the threat all around of Georgia Timms, Celtic will need to be careful of that from their perspective this afternoon. We'll go through the goal kick now with Kelly Clark. This is Claire Walsh, formerly of Glasgow City. We want to go one better this year after losing in the final last season with her ex-club to Rangers. This is Hunter. Pema with the quick cushion. Right, Scott screams Celtic into the early press. His husband has to turn back to use Rachel Johnston, the goalkeeper. Hearts look to attack again. So comfortable on the ball at home. Itama. Jardine. Don't have many options inside, so turns back to Jess Husband once more. Hunter steps across, fires forward. Slattery with the advancing run, but Lisa Rogers, the ex-Hearts goalkeeper, off her line well. Collects and takes the pressure off. Rogers stepped into the Hearts first team at 15 years old, made her debut in an Edinburgh derby at Tynecastle back in March 2022. If I remember rightly, she was a late call-in for that one. It was completely unfazed playing at Tynecastle at that age in what was a thrilling Edinburgh derby. It's now a chance for Celtic to try and create something. Possession with Hearts. Erin Husband back for Johnston. Celtic seem concentrated on getting to grips with their shape when Hearts have the ball. Here's space for Ailey Shore. Immediately looking for Timms, but it's just a bit behind the Hearts attacker. Momo Nakao drives forward. This is Robertson for Luke, and now Clark. Clark will fire forward. Emma Lawton pace on the right side, pressuring Hunter. The ball over for a Hearts goal kick. You'll see Emma Lawton up and down that right side to attack, to defend all afternoon. It's a player that never seems to run out of energy. Gives absolutely everything for her side. Hunter with time on the ball again for Hearts. John's looking to race Walsh. There's a little shrug. The defender appeared to prevent the corner, but the flag from the assistant says otherwise. After that earlier free kick, Hearts with the opportunity here to cause some more problems.
Good, Lauren. What do you do?
Nice Slattery moving over to take.
Ailey! Close.
It's a corner from the similar side, up the other end. Started scoring for Hearts in the SWPL last Sunday. Stepping towards the back post, comfortable header. Gallagher with a touch, Slattery drives forward, Ipe Malaire. Jardine just couldn't get the ball to sit. Celtic will now clear and look to counter. With Hearts picking up possession, the referee will drop back for a free kick to Celtic for the foul in the penalty area. Well, they were trying to defend. Eva Ollid will be concentrated on trying to make those set pieces count. A big advantage for her team this afternoon. Hunter recovers. Johnston takes the touch under difficult circumstances. Ipema had to play it quickly and will concede a Celtic corner. They'll take that. Hearts will feel that's a cheap one to give away. Hannah Luke ready to deliver and cause problems for the Hearts defence now. Whipped in. Johnston punches and headed on. There's a couple of Hearts claims asking for a foul on the goalkeeper. This is Emma Lawton. Another call up to the Scotland national team for the upcoming World Cup qualifiers. Morgan Cross unhappy with the efforts to stop her creating a threat here. Let's have another look. Slattery coming across.
I think we need to do the
Celtic take over. Walsh runs into Timms. Gallagher helps on. Kibema picks up, and this is Jardine. Space along the Hearts back line. For Erin Husband. It's quite clear to see the early intent from Hearts. They're looking to get that ball in behind the Celtic defence, whether it's with height or if it's to just pierce it through low, and to use the powerful running of Johns and Timms to make something happen. Hearts with another throw in here. Johns moves short. Pema for short. Looking to get it forward early. Celtic ask for a foul. And the referee waits to see what might happen before blowing the whistle. You can see the match official trying to let things play where possible and not disrupt the flow of the game. A couple of times now he's waited to see if there's any advantage. Before whistling for a free kick. As this match moves on, the intensity will increase. And Hearts are playing some lovely football here to get it forward. Slattery the option, looks to hook it in. Claims both ways. The corner is awarded to Heart of Midlothian. Collection Galler at the back of the 6-yard area. Now the move's triggered forward. It's all the way to the back. Timms will struggle to keep that one in play. Oh, they'll be disappointed with that one from Slattery. Lawton. Walsh. And Scott screams for his players to enjoy having the ball a bit more. Get a little sense that Celtic haven't really settled fully in this match yet, and it's Hearts who are growing in comfort. Jess Husband lets it bounce over for a Hearts throw. There's an issue with the ball that will require a swap over. Celtic fans have travelled through to the capital, look to inspire their team. Hearts awarded the free kick by the referee Stuart Broadfoot. Hunter, sharp diagonal, headed on. Will Slattery win that before it goes out of play? Knows the answer to the question.
Yes. When the keeper is not involved, it's 3-1. When the keeper is not involved.
We've heard a lot from Grant Scott in the opening stages. It's now Eva Ollid who's getting some instructions across to the Hearts players. You'd expect with how much they've enjoyed the ball in the first quarter of an hour, it's just to try and pose a bit more of a threat to the Celtic goalkeeper. And a change of ball again with that one stuck on the roof of the Hearts supporters. I'm not happy with the distance Emma Lawton's gained with the throw-in. Play moves on. Strong header from Hunter. Amy Gallagher. Pritchard, fouled by Shore. Celtic free kick. There's a possibility of a free kick earlier on Gallagher. And Celtic move quickly. Jardine will pick up to clear. Smashes the ball far away. Celtic look to turn it back into a forward move. This is Lisa Robertson. Clark darts the ball over. That's good controlled play. Robertson lets it run. Robertson needing a bit of help from Luke. It's Weston who was there to offer the support. And Robertson looking to drag Celtic into this game, winning possession back again. Weston. Walsh. Clip forward. It's cross moving. Takes a little nudge from Hunter, a perfect pass in field. Delivered to the back post, defended well by Erin Husband. Celtic claim for a foul, the referee not interested. Hearts looking to counter. This is Slattery. Timms takes over. Spread out towards Jardine. Cam defending by Hannah Luke. Lisa Rogers not totally comfortable with the pass back. Any pressure it may present. So we'll concede a Hearts throw. Sure. Hunter. His husband doing well to make the ball stick, but Celtic have forced Hearts away. This is Erin Husband. Johns keeps it moving with Slattery. Stabbing through, Tim's interested. Hearts might still get the chance before Celtic rocket it clear. Hearts edging more and more towards the Celtic goal. Given away by Slattery. Celtic looking to turn it here. Weston for Gallagher. Now Morgan Cross. Just shows a little bit too much of that one to Erin Husband. But Celtic will gratefully take the corner. Kayla Jardine just adjusts the laces. Celtic stack the players for Hannah Luke's corner, and they spread out now. Headed away by Erin Husband. Luke searching for another chance to deliver. It's another Celtic corner. Hannah Luke has a couple of Scottish Cup goals so far. She looks to set something up from this set piece. A different look to the Celtic attack in the 6-yard area. Gallagher trying to get toes to it. Back out for Luke. Caressed cross right into the hands of Rachel Johnston. As I mentioned, the former Celtic goalkeeper. She's featured in UEFA Women's Champions Leagues for her former club. A Scottish Cup winner with Celtic too. Look at the space Hearts have here on the left. Now the bodies will attack the box. Cross doesn't beat Kelly Clarklow. Cross driving. The pass, just a bit too much pace for Pritchard. Trying to build again. Searching ball over. Wade for Slattery. Gets the return. And the corner's being exchanged as we approach the midway point of the first half. We remain goalless at the Oriam between Hearts and Celtic in this Scottish Gas Scottish Cup quarter-final. And it goes towards the front post. Rogers had to be alert to punch away. It's another corner. Slattery just attempting to sneak the ball in at the front post. So much for Celtic to keep an eye on here defensively. Hearts look to confuse. Slattery set to take. Clark does well to beat Timms in the air. It's now Hunter. A strong header from Lawton. And the referee spots something he's unhappy with and awards Celtic the free kick. A few Celtic complaints from the previous two corners and possibly runs being blocked. Clark steps up. This is Lawton. Charging in field. Looks to fire through. Erin Husband does enough for the moment. From a Hearts point of view, and Celtic ready to attack again. Cross with the layoff. Lawton delivers, it's behind Gallagher. A touch aimless from Jardine, and the long effort will drop into the hands of Johnston. Rachel Johnston in the all-yellow kit, a Scotland internationalist through the levels for her country too. Georgia Hunter, the Hearts captain, both suffered long-term injury in recent years and inspiringly fought back As Nicol searches for Morgan Cross. Cross with the dart! And it's a fine finish. It's a fourth Scottish Cup goal for Morgan Cross. Celtic celebrate. They have the lead in the capital, and it could be a crucial moment. The supporters loving it. Momo Nicol with a delightful ball through. And Cross doing everything to beat husband to it. The little chip. Cross making sure she got so much power, so much precision, tucked away, and it's Heart of Midlothian 0, Celtic 1. Her birthday just a few days ago, Morgan Cross. She scored the equaliser last Sunday against Glasgow City and put Celtic in front this afternoon. This is a third match in February against a top four side from the top flight for Celtic, which just shows you how tough a start it's been for Grant Scott. His players had a testing campaign under Elena Sadiku last season. That's what to respond quickly, and Gallagher punished for the foul.
There is no support in the bill. Nobody is in the bill.
And Gallagher just trying to shake the impact from that one off. A cold and rainy afternoon. It's the fouler that comes the worst off from the appearance of it, with Kayla Jardine back to her feet quickly. Slattery swirls the free kick in towards the head of Hunter. Robertson didn't hear the shout. Shore goes for goal. He didn't look far away from this angle. Former Aberdeen midfielder needing to take this one quickly. And just tries that delicate short back lift from the foot. I can't find the target. Now a Celtic free kick. Roles reversed for Amy Gallagher. Walsh and Clark stay back. It's the former to take. Brought down brilliantly by Weston. Looking to attack. Keep him up. Got something on it. Trapped the ball. Was difficult to clear. Gallagher. Celtic really taking confidence from the opening goal. But equally confident goalkeeping from Johnston. Him up. Pritchard. Lawton settles. Clark lifts for Walsh. Luke sees the onrushing maroon jersey. Hunter moves forward. Hearts defends, powerful ball back to Rogers. Timms goes for goal. Strong fingertips from Lisa Rogers to save. Celtic creating their own problems again at the back. John's applying the pressure, but Rogers not really able to pick a Celtic player out with her clearance. So we'll have another corner. Fifth corner for Hearts so far in the game. Slattery signals. Bends the ball in. Oh, it's off the crossbar after the save. Difficult for Rogers, but did everything she needed to keep the ball out from a Celtic point of view. Hearts move again. This is Johns. Not many options there. Still caused trouble. And now cross. Celtic's goal scorer will look to attack. The referee happy with the challenge, and Hearts back in possession. Fired in. Ipima still forward. Drills it. Gathered by Lisa Rogers. There's a flurry of action to deal with in the Celtic goal in the last couple of minutes. It all started here. Slattery lifting the corner in. Just enough to almost dip it across the goal line. Lisa Rogers did look uncomfortable after giving away the ball from the pass back a short time ago, and in need of some attention. We'll give both sets of coaching teams a moment to try and deliver some tactical information over to the players. Grant Scott has the tactics out to deliver the information over. Eva Olid will just be wanting more of the same, but more of an attacking threat to be created from all of the ball that Hearts have had possession of in the first half hour. Hearts supporters need to see a couple of goals this afternoon. Their hopes of reaching the Scottish Gas Scottish Cup final again are to be met.
Celtic, let's go down, please.
The first goal has been so important in the last couple of meetings between these two teams. Whoever scores first normally goes on to win. Although the scoring never stops at that first in those last matches here at the Oriam. Shore into the sky. Walsh gives it to Rogers, and just received that medical treatment. Launches it out of play. It's the Celtic captain Clark to take. Gallagher. Luke. Celtic don't want to force it. Walsh gives away to Jardine. There's a flag up for offside against the Celtic attack. Jess Husband and Hunter exchange the ball. This is Erin Husband. Johns was looking for a quick return to Wade. Weston for Gallagher. This is good Celtic play. Strong Hearts defending from Hunter. And goes it out for a throw. And there's an issue for Celtic here. Morgan Cross with quite a nasty cut on her left leg. The Celtic forward, the difference so far in this match, as we're about to move into the final 10 minutes of the first half. Lawton with the throw. Celtic temporarily down to 10. And Lawton thinks the corner should be awarded. The assistant signals for a Hearts goal kick. Hunter. Scooped forward towards Carly Johns. Walsh hooks away. Celtic shout for an opportunity to try and get the full allocation of their players back on the pitch, and Morgan Cross is now allowed to enter the game again. Hukuma returns. Jess Husband did well to keep it in play. Hunter back to Danica Bema. The break falls the way of Jardine. Erin Husband for her sister. And that's a misplaced pass. Poppy Pritchard looking for some support. It's fed towards Cross, who tries to break through. Doesn't give it up, but Hearts defend strongly. Pritchard now onto the left foot. Goes for goal, Johnston saves, and it's Shore who reacts first. Well, Celtic may not have created too much, but they have the all-important goal, and when they do get an opportunity, they look so likely to add. Hearts looking to change the scoreline. Timms threads that one through for Jardine, who goes for the top left corner. It is spectacular. An incredible finish from Kayla Jardine. She's had a big moment against Celtic before in the league, but this one draws Heart of Midlothian level. It's another sweeping Hearts move. Look at that awareness from Timms to find Jardine, who has one thought on her mind. She sees the postage stamp and she sends the ball right into the corner. Hearts won, Celtic won. Scored in last Sunday's league game with Aberdeen. You can't wipe the smile off Kayla Jardine's face here. Celtic get the ball rolling again. And a look with the throw. Now Amy Gallagher and her team look to react. Lawton penalised for a foul on Lauren Wade. Pritchard penalised for the foul on Slattery. A well-timed press from Lisa Robertson awaits the move forward from Weston. Players arriving in green and white. Momo, the return from Gallagher. Momo can't force her way through. Tim's brought clattering to the ground, and the referee wants a further conversation with Claire Walsh, and Stuart Broadfoot will bring the cards out of the pocket. And now here comes the pen and the number taken. It's yellow for Walsh. Don't think there's many complaints about that one. Have now scored 24 goals in this Scottish Cup campaign. Celtic on 18. Can they add? And Lawton is screaming for something. The corner awarded by the officials. I think the Celtic defender asking if there was a potential handball. The referee quite firmly pointing to a legal part of the body. Now both teams will set up for the corner with just a couple of minutes to play until the half-time interval. Delivers, it's dropped down to Jardine. Lawton is looking to react. Gallagher wins the race to the ball. Another good looking cross, bounces all the way through into Johnston's hands. Hearts throw-in. This final stage of the first half so important. Team talks being prepared by both bosses. Sure, there's space there for Timms. Perhaps the return was the wrong option. Celtic moves sharply. They sense a chance to get back in the lead. Weston thought she kept the ball in play. The referee and assistant decide otherwise. Wade finds Slattery. Tenacious defending by Lawton. Keep him up. Back for Erin Husband. She requires some movement ahead. Hunter moves to Jess Husband. Is there an option on the right side? Jardine. Luke appears to be the favourite, but Shore does well to nip the ball away in the last second. Robertson will clear. Doesn't get the direction or distance she wanted. Jess Husband can't reach Shore. Robertson in the way and wins possession for Celtic. Cross. Brave touches. So graceful from Morgan Cross. Clark. Keep an ear out for any added time that will be instructed. As we hit 45 minutes, a quick look at the watch from referee Stuart Broadfoot. Is there a final first half chance for Celtic? Robertson. And a look. Too much power on that one for Weston. Hunter steps up and launches. Walsh deals with it. Momo Nakao sweeps up. Floats away through before keeping the ball. Their captain in position. Cross. Pritchard takes. Battles with the Pema. Weston. Back for Pritchard. Is there Celtic space? Weston squeezes the deflection off Hunter. Loops her goalkeeper, and Celtic are back in front in first half stoppage time. A tough moment for the Hearts captain, but it looks like Celtic will go into the dressing room at the break with the advantage. They probed and probed. Weston was trying to feed it in. And Hunter in that position, centrally in the box, just sticks the leg up, and it's enough to give Johnston no chance. Heart of Midlothian 1, Celtic 2. And there won't be much time for Hearts to react. Walsh feeds the ball up the line. Celtic feel there was a deflection for the throw-in to go in their favour. Apologies for any bad language you may have picked up there. Hunter won't have time to spark anything for Hearts. It's been a very entertaining first half in this all top flight Scottish Gas Scottish Cup quarter final. And Georgia Hunter with a difficult moment trying to defend, but Celtic delighted to have their lead back going into the half-time break. There's been a couple of special goals scored. Morgan Cross opened the scoring before Kayla Jardine reacted to level for Hearts. There hasn't been a great deal of chances, but there has been a certain clinical edge to both sides when any opportunities have been presented. If you've joined us late this afternoon, let's take a look at the action from the first half. Momo Nakao there with a delightful clip ball through, and Cross daggering that strike beyond Johnston to give Celtic the lead. She's such a dangerous player for Celtic. It's an incredibly precise effort to tuck it away. And a couple of scary moments at the back though, once Celtic had the advantage. Timms with the gift of the ball from the Celtic goalkeeper, but Lisa Rogers then stepped up to the cover with a fine save. The corner posed a problem with Slattery's delivery dipping on top of the goal line, but wow, a strong hand there from Rogers. It's off the woodwork and then cleared away. Slattery's set pieces cause so many problems across the football calendar this season. It was a lovely Hearts move to equalise. Timms with special awareness. Jardine turning, spotted where she wanted to put the ball, and an absolutely fantastic strike to beat Lisa Rogers. Celtic would be disappointed at how that ball travelled across, but you can't take anything away from that spectacular finish. And then in first half added on time, Celtic looking to force something. Weston playing the ball in. Hunter couldn't defend it as she wanted, and Rachel Johnston with absolutely no chance of keeping that one out. So Celtic in front at the half-time interval, but there's a big 45 minutes still to come, and you feel the scoring will not finish here. I'll be back shortly. Please join me again for the second half of this Women's Scottish Gas Scottish Cup quarter final, where at half-time it's Heart of Midlothian 1, Celtic 2. Welcome back to the Oriam. We're in this Scottish Gas Scottish Cup quarter final. It's currently Hearts 1, Celtic 2. You can tell the conditions here with how Eva Olid is protecting herself from the rain. Tough for the players to contest with in the first half, but we have seen some moments of brilliance from both teams. Grant Scott, the Celtic boss, doing similar to his managerial counterpart with the hood up on what is a miserable day in the capital. Just get that brief moment of sunshine, and then once you think it's changing, we go back to how it was. But Hearts and Celtic completely focused on what is an opportunity to book a spot at Barclays Hampden for a Women's Scottish Cup semi-final place. Hearts already reacted in the first half after falling behind to a fantastic Morgan Cross effort. Once again, the umbrellas are out, but the spirit's not dampened. The Celtic in front. Plenty of time for Hearts to turn that around. Who will join Glasgow City in the draw for the semi-finals, which will take place tomorrow night at 7 p.m. on the Scottish Cup social channels. Glasgow City 2-0 winners over Stenhousemuir earlier in the day. The tie between Montrose and Dundee United was unfortunately abandoned due to a serious injury. So our thoughts with the player concerned. Partick Thistle and Rangers have just kicked off in the other all top flight tie, and we could see the number 10 in maroon just a moment ago running onto the pitch. That's Olufolasade Adamalaken. She was a scorer in the last round for Heart of Midlothian, and she receives the call to try and help Hearts book a spot in the semi-finals at Hampden. If you joined us late, we will keep you up to date with everything you missed in the first half. An opportunity to look back at the goals at the end of the game, but there is a sense the scoring has not stopped for this afternoon at the Oriam. Just assessing the Hearts lineup to see what changes may have been implemented by Eva Olid at half-time. Erin Husband squeezes away through. This is Adamalaken on the ball. Scored some special efforts in her time at Hearts. A real driver in the midfield. She's holding that left-sided position at the moment that Lauren Wade occupied a lot in the first half, but Wade is ahead in the attack there. This is Shore on the ball. Now Celtic will look to build away. Rogers has been on her toes to stop any further Hearts goals in the first half. This is Pritchard. Gallagher couldn't squeeze the ball into a forward position. Kelly Clark finds Pritchard again. Stabbed out towards Weston. We can't keep control. And the referee quick to blow the whistle and award the foul. Jardine looked to break away I think Weston may have slipped in her attempts to track the run and caught both heels of the Hearts player. It's now Ailey Shore wearing the captain's armband, the number 8 in the middle in maroon for Hearts. Georgia Hunter, the player, departing for Adama Lakin's introduction. Did mention in the first half, Hunter returning from that long absence with an ACL injury, returning in September. Momo Nakao. Westing peeling out wide. Threads through. Pritchard interested and takes. Johnston has to get back on her goal line. Luke. Just a breakdown in communication as Johns takes over. Hearts on the ball with Shore. Slattery. Cushion back for Ipema, who finds Erin Husband. Adama Lakin smashing into the tackle. Lawton back on her feet. Celtic look to attack. Pritchard breaks any offside trap. Jess Husband stays to defend. Momo Nakao leaves for Robertson. Lawton signals. Clark decides to go in the other direction. Robertson on the ball. Spent time with Hearts after leaving Celtic in a previous spell. Also enjoyed time down at Birmingham City on loan. And she plays a piercing ball through there. Ipema clears. Jess Husband turns to defend. She wants to pass. Momo Nakao intercepts. Hearts started the first half with the control. It's Celtic who have the possession and the lead at the beginning of the second 45. Cross. Weston asking, but there's no way through. Celtic now having to defend. Lauren Wade charging forward. There's only one player there for Hearts. Adama Lakin couldn't get across to receive. The referee just checking on the Celtic player that was down on the ground as play rolled on. It's another loose one from Hearts. Celtic can't take advantage. Slattery. Jardine. Timms loops over. It's behind the touchline for a Celtic goal kick. It's interesting to see how Celtic handle the second half with the goal advantage. Ultimately, they'd love their lead to be stretched to a 2-goal cushion. Lawton looks for the cutback. Pritchard takes and fouled on the edge of the area. Poppy Pritchard, alone from Manchester City, showing some quick feet. The yellow card shown. Pema dangles the leg out. This is such a dangerous position for Celtic to search for a third goal. Rachel Johnston re-secures the gloves. Amy Gallagher stands waiting, along with Hannah Luke. Both have scored in the Scottish Cup so far. It's Gallagher to take. It's off the head of Wade and loops behind for a Celtic corner. Luke sets the ball in place. There's a flick there. Momo Nakao can't reach. Carly Johns looks to retrieve. Played across. Jess Husband to Erin. Sadia Damalakin. Delicate pass for Wade. She needs some support to surround. Slattery can go for goal, and it's charged down by Clark. Short, likewise from distance, drags the ball wide. Some activity on the Hearts bench as Carly Girasoli about to come on to the pitch along with Bailey Hutchison, who will pose a different threat to Celtic. The former Aberdeen forward has scored a barrel load of goals across both clubs. She scored in each of Hearts' 2 Scottish Cup ties this campaign. Can she make it number 3 this afternoon? Slattery. Clip for Adama Lakin to chase. Wade advancing too. It's Lauren Wade. Strong defending by Walsh. It's coming across to help out the right side of the Celtic back line. And this is Lisa Robertson. Cools things down with the ball back for Rodgers. Cross and Erin Husband battle. Lawton slings it into the area. Cross lays off for Pritchard. Slattery stood in the way. Hutchison will chase everything up in the final third for Hearts now that she's on the pitch. Kelly Clark takes. That's loose. Can the home side take advantage? Celtic recover well. Pritchard peels away from Slattery. Lawton races onto it. Players advancing. Out wide. And in the sky, and collected by Johnston before it crosses any goal line. Lawton decided to move left for Weston rather than playing the ball through for Amy Gallagher. He still wanted to be a nuisance in front of Rachel Johnston. Had to react quickly. This is Hutchison. Wade assesses the options. Adama Lake in there. Approaching the hour. Adama Lake delivers. It's cleared away by Kelly Clark. Cross. Stumbles, but does well to play the ball to Momo Nakao. Into the path of Weston. Shore coming across. Robertson asks for it. Has time to turn. Slip to Momo. Shore does well in the challenge but can't prevent a Celtic throw-in. It's not quite time for desperation for Hearts yet, but they will need to get a goal to level it at least, to stay in with a shout. They're not out of it. Just over a half hour left to go. It's Celtic who are gaining in confidence as Pritchard strikes from distance. Johnston saves and helped out with Erin Husband clearing away. And Pritchard's come out in this second half enthusiastic about getting her name on the score sheet. Jardine. Sure. Girasoli. It's another Hearts player who spent quite a lengthy time out with injury. Wade links up with Adama Lakin again. Slattery moving into the box. But Eva Ollard will be wanting to see a couple more in numbers hitting that penalty area whenever the ball goes out wide. Gallagher wasn't aware of Adama Lakin coming around the corner. Georgia Timms, deflection, corner kick Hearts. Timms likes a goal against Celtic. And Kelly Clark and company will be keeping a close eye on the striker at this set piece. Slattery provided from this side against Aberdeen last week. Girasoli there. She's such a threat in attacking these set pieces, but Celtic have the numbers in front to make it difficult for the Heart of Midlothian substitute. Cross first time. Gallagher is offside.
Yes, Jess. Fix it, play.
Jess Husband. Georgia Timms. Jardine trying to jink away through. Adama Lakin. Erin Husband. Timms hoping to turn. Celtic don't allow it. Weston to Pritchard. Chirasoli wins the header. It drops to Slattery. Hutchison. Now Lisa Robertson on the ball for Celtic. Hearts starting to become a bit deflated with how difficult it is to try and create something against the Celtic defence. It's tidy play on the ball too. Westing driving. Tried a little too much. Can Pritchard recover? It's Momo Nakao to take over. Hearts smash it clear. Clark wants to keep the pressure on. This is Walsh. And Celtic have not lost in 90 minutes since Grant Scott took over. Only the League Cup semi-final penalty shootout knocked Celtic out. Hearts have scored plenty in this Scottish Gas Women's Scottish Cup campaign. Adama Lakin just can't make it click with Timms. A massive victory over Stirling University in January for Heart of Midlothian. Celtic came through that tough battle against the reigning SWPL champions Hibs with a 3-2 win. Grant Scott's first match for Celtic, returning to his former club to face Joel Murray. Johnston beats cross to the ball there. Girasoli will look to sweep the ball out for Adama Lakin. Shore was under so much pressure there. Did superbly to keep the ball moving. Hearts looking to take care of the ball but make the right decisions and trying to find the equaliser. Shore again receives under pressure, but she's very used to that. And now Lisa Rogers will take up the position to collect the ball.
Look, 3 minutes, 3 minutes.
Slattery trips Momo Nakao.
When I do the change. Still no, when we do the change, then we go.
And Saoirse Noonan about to come on for more Celtic firepower. Emma Weston, the player, going off. It's a real signal from Grant Scott and Celtic that they don't want this game to go beyond 90 minutes.
Yes. Now is left foot. Touch down the line and cross. Block this one. Bring her inside.
Noonan already has 4 goals in Celtic's 2 Scottish Cup matches. They all came in the win against Dunfermline Athletic. It's another issue for Carly Girasoli in the Hearts defence to deal with. The officials discuss, and it's a corner for Celtic to take. Can Lisa Robertson and her teammates increase the grip that Celtic have on this Women's Scottish Cup quarter-final? 5 lined up waiting. That's a strong delivery. It drops at the back and blazed high and back out wide. Recycled in. Tim's doing the defending. Emma Lawton takes over. One of the players called up to the Scotland national team for the upcoming qualifiers. As that goes behind for the Hearts goal kick. Maria McInerney, also of Celtic, who's on the bench this afternoon. Another called up to Melissa Andriatta's national team squad with the 2027 World Cup qualifiers coming up. The double-header against Luxembourg next month on the 3rd of March. And then it kicks off at home on the 7th of March with a 5 PM kick-off. Scotland against Luxembourg. And you can get your tickets online to help Melissa Andriatta's national team to the best possible start in the campaign. Hutchison prevented from moving forward. Husband skips in field. Lakoa charging at it. Robertson now on the ball. It's been quite some time since Hearts managed to test the Celtic goalkeeper Lisa Rogers. Such is the control that Celtic are having, both on and off the ball. Is there an opportunity for Heart of Midlothian here? Pritchard with the foul, yellow card. Hearts free kick. Jardine tumbled down. What do Ava Olid's side have in store from this set piece? Jardine's waiting out there in the touchline. You suspect Slattery will look to angle this into the penalty area. Timms at the back. Girasoli joining just in front. Number 20 in maroon. That's the target. Defended well by Celtic. Is there a counter? Slattery charging through, trying to bully a path into the box. There will be a sub to take place as we're approaching the final 15 minutes. Stolen and Richards. The move Hearts are making to try and find a Scottish Cup equaliser in the quarter-final. Dolan scored against Stirling University. Can she repeat that this afternoon? But as Hearts look to push to make the game all square, Celtic will try and take advantage of any opportunities to stretch further in front. It's an interesting final stage approaching. Rabjohn and McEnany ready for their introductions. As I touched on Maria McEnany earlier being named in the Scotland team. Celtic also have Lisa Rogers in the under-23s. Hearts in the same camp have Forsyth, Hunter, Hutchison and Short. Rabjohn made her Celtic debut against Glasgow City in last Sunday's draw. Celtic gathered ready to attack. At the moment, Hearts will just be happy to try and force this through to extra time and penalties if required. Currently in a losing position. It's not without the means of them turning it around and winning it in 90 minutes with the 15 we have left to play. They will need a change to how this second half has unfolded so far. Adama Lakin can't find a direct way through, but does receive help from Pritchard's Head. There's some space in the left side. Dolan back out for Timms. Teased in. The touch is just wide. A big opportunity for Richards. That's the kind of movement Hearts have been seeking in the second half. But the substitute on the end just can't apply the finish. And Rogers breathes a sigh of relief in the Celtic goal. Pierce through to Adama Lakin. Richards has a couple hanging around at the back post, but can't get the ball there. Shore brings it down. Timms scanning. A deflection, and it's in! A story of deflections in this Scottish Cup quarter-final. Hearts force a leveller for the second time in this match. They have life, and it's Hearts 2, Celtic 2. Well, Timms was having a look around and thought, why not, I'll go for it. And does that take the touch off Kelly Clark? who was keeping an eye on Bailey Hutchison. Let's have a closer look. That's how it appears. Rogers wrong-footed and Georgia Timms scores again against Celtic. It's now 4 goals in 3 against today's opposition, and now Hearts feel a bit of momentum. They now want to win this in the 90 minutes. Richards, deflection, dipping, the touch at the back, and it's just wide. That is a huge chance. And it's Jardine who opened the scoring for the team in maroon to find the first equaliser, passing up the opportunity to put Hearts in front in the first time in this game.
Go Bailey!
The Celtic mistake. Timms, Luke recovers. Rogers let it run. She thought it was a goal kick, but the reaction from a couple of Celtic defenders made it an easy decision for the officials to award the corner, whether they thought so or not. The back of the 6-yard box full. Adama Lake in the target. She'll pick up at the second attempt. Back out wide, plenty waiting. Over it goes. Girasoli couldn't reach it. Adama Lake slices that high and wide. Well, what drama will we have in the final 10 minutes? Two cracking goals, then 2 deflections. Set up the most intensive finishes in the capital. For what control Celtic had the second half. There is an energy running through Heart of Midlothian now. Hutchison, Clark defends it. Shore, sweeped out for Adama Lakin. Dolan strikes. It just dips over the crossbar. Are we heading to extra time?
Kay, higher, central but higher. Good, there you are. Ellen, tight, Ellen. Tight.
Tim's battles in the air. It's a Celtic throw. Erin Husband heads into Celtic territory. It's a coming together. Play will move on through Adama Lakin. Short. Luke stops. Pritchard nods down. That's untidy from Celtic. Hearts looking to take advantage. Richards. Quick footwork. Superb sliding challenge from Emma Lawton. Dolan. This is short. Quick look over the shoulder. Finds Jess Husband. Spots Jardine out wide. Zips it across. The touch from Lawton. Did Rogers go sliding behind the byline? Yes, says the official.
Sads, go and take it. Go and take it. Ellen!
Are Celtic beginning to bend under the pressure?
We need balance. Someone needs to
Ellen is coming.
back.
Good. Hold, Sarge, hold.
Damalakin ready to swing the corner kick in.
Love it.
Strong defending. Cross will send it further away.
Good challenge, Ellen. Challenge it. Good girl.
Dolan.
Hey!
Fierce
Well done. Brilliant.
and determined to get her body in to keep Hearts possession. They'll have a free kick here. Sadia Damalakin tries a bit too much. Lawton helped on. Cherasoli sliding. I hope you're able to enjoy the conversations between the two technical areas as well. It just gives you the message of how important this one is. Both sets of coaching teams debating and fighting every ball, every decision. And Celtic make the call now to bring on Maddie Weld, who will replace Pritchard. Weld also made her debut last weekend.
Come on, girls! Big shift!
Erin Husband takes the throw. Into the final 5 minutes we go. Jess Husband. Too heavy for Timms to collect. Walsh sees it over.
He's back three.
We keep the 3-5-2.
Yes.
We keep our shot.
Eva Olid wants to lead. Heart of Midlothian out at Hampden again. Grant Scott knows Scottish Cup success. He's had it with Hibs and wants to bring it back to Celtic for the first time since Fran Alonso was in charge in 2023. Dolan, a strong challenge on the air, and Rab John fouled. Celtic free kick. Ellen Dolan.
Jackie, now it's her. She's a wing back now. Wing back with wing back.
Go, Jackie!
Through for Adama Lakin. Has a look up in the box. There's a couple there. Short. Spins. Erin Husband. Sweeped out for Richards. Lawton sticks the leg out and blocks. Touched on. Hutchison contests. Celtic look to flood forward. Erin Husband back for Johnston. Jess Husband peels away under pressure. Very late. First half goal that puts Celtic ahead. Is there another late one at the end of the second? Damalakin's no look back heel will only give Lawton the ball. Celtic pushing forward. Shore saw the opportunity to step in. McInerney clips forward. That didn't come to much in the end for Noonan. Maybe a surprise with her scoring record in a Celtic jersey. Just looks to take it early, but could Saoirse Noonan have carried that forward a little further? Celtic win the ball high in the final regulation minute. Dolan puts it out to touch. What does Celtic commit here? Cross turns and smashed away upfield. Wild. Clark. And chasing Johnston. He's there to clear away. It's now Celtic having a little bit of joy. And stretching for that one. Walsh. Hooks. But only drops to Dolan low. And this is Jess Husband. Into stoppage time we go. Adama Lakin. Communication between Lawton and Wild. McInerney will move for Walsh, who gallops ahead. Robertson couldn't force it. Will get a second opportunity though. Luke moves. Jardine stops. Controlled play. Passes behind Hutchison. Timms in behind. Sets. Big save from Rogers. Huge save from Rogers. Was that the final chance?
Good, there you are first.
You can see the disappointment on Georgia Timms' face.
Calm. All good. Tell them. All right, he's all right.
Erin Husband forced away. Adama Lakin getting informed of the additional time, which only adds to the anticipation at the end of this second half. Celtic look to find a way through. Lawton will keep chasing. The flag stayed down despite the claims from the Hearts defence. And there is the full-time whistle from referee Stuart Broadfoot. Extra time in the capital. Celtic twice in the lead. And on both occasions, Heart of Midlothian finding an equaliser and forces this one to some bonus Women's Scottish Cup quarter-final football. If you haven't been with us from kick-off, let's have a look at the action through the 90 minutes so far. Celtic in front thanks to this beautiful strike from Morgan Cross. And don't forget the work from Momo Nakao to set it up, but a deadly finish from Cross. Then a spectacular effort from Kayla Jardine after wonderful work from Georgia Timms. Look at this strike. Rogers with no chance. And that's one we'll be looking back on later in the tournament when we revisit the goals scored through the competition. And Celtic, in first half stoppage time, managed to sneak in front again when Weston's effort was deflected in off Hearts captain Hunter. Effort looping over Rachel Johnston, who was scrambling. And then in the second half, Georgia Timms thought, I'll have a go. And it just takes a slight deflection off Kelly Clark, the Celtic captain, standing in the area. It wrong foots the goalkeeper. It levelled the scores again, and there was no deciding moment after that to separate the sides. So Hearts and Celtic will go to extra time. 2 periods of 15 minutes. And if we're still all square at the end of that total 30-minute period, it will be penalties to decide the spot in the Scottish Gas Scottish Cup semi-finals at Hampden. Glasgow City already have their name in the draw. Rangers are ahead at half-time at Petershill Park, 5-0 in front against Partick Thistle. Montrose against Dundee United kicked off at 1 p.m. but was abandoned after a serious medical issue. Kelly Clark and Claire Walsh go through their set-up for extra time. It was Grant Scott's side who had control to begin the second half, but Hearts did not give up. Hearts have faced extra time already in recent seasons in the Scottish Cup. A big clash with Glasgow City. Hutchison, one of the Hearts subs in the second half, is in behind here. Jardine asks for it. Looks across to Pouncing Clear. Robertson in a tight spot. Not really what she wanted from Claire Walsh. Hearts did beat Celtic 3-1 in March of last season in the SWPL. A powerful Brownlee header and a Georgia Timms double either side of Saoirse Noonan's goal. Both Timms and Noonan are on the pitch. Celtic did win the only meeting between the two this season on the opening weekend of the SWPL with a 2-1 victory here. Rogers communicates with her captain to smother. Timms takes over. Unable to hit the target from some way out. Now Celtic on the attack. It's Johnston out to take. It was 2-2 back in March of last year when Hearts played Glasgow City. Moved to extra time before City advanced, eventually making last year's final, losing out to Rangers. Jackie Richards had a big chance in the second half to score for Hearts, but couldn't get the direction on her effort. Shore battles filled late. The referee will look to see what happens in attack. Robertson, neat play. McEnany delivers, taken by Rachel Johnston. Robertson on the back. Composed from Jess Husband, and Hearts are able to work it up the left wing. Richards scoops it over. There's no one at the back post in maroon. There was a deflection on the ball, so the referee signals a Hearts corner. Adama Lakin moving to take. Hearts set up with that collection at the back of the box again. Signal delivered. The ball sent in, headed away by Celtic. Timms retrieves. Dolan also around. Hearts on the attack still. Crossed over. And the strike will trundle out. And it will be another Hearts corner. I apologise for any loss of pictures that you're receiving at home. The team are doing their best to try and resolve the issue, so you can keep locked on to this tense quarter-final in the Scottish Cup. Adamalekin has another corner to send in. It's headed away by Celtic again, defended strongly. Is there an opportunity for Grant Scott's team to counter? Hearts are trying to race back in defensive duties. Richards takes. A couple of looks towards the referee. It's cleared upfield. Celtic move forward. Cleared away by Shore.
Get up! Get up!
Ramjon. Celtic posing the question, and it's turned in. And for a third time, Celtic are in front in this quarter-final. Hannah Luke scores her third Scottish Cup goal, but all the praise is going towards the team effort in keeping this one moving, the desire to get there, and the dangerous ball sent across. Hannah Luke in the right place at the right time. And it's Heart of Midlothian 2, Celtic 3. Do Hearts have it in them to equalise for a third time? Or have Celtic finally found the goal that will seal their place in the semi-final? Jess Husband scooped in. McInerney facing her own goal. Uses Lisa Robertson. This is Luke.
Yes, let's get going a wee bit quicker, please, thank you. I'm in between you.
Over me, over me.
Yep, hands.
Morgan, man!
Noonan up the line. McInerney interested. Robertson's touch, enough to take it to Luke, the most recent goal scorer. Directed over. Lawton, can she keep it in play? Of course she can. Too much pace on that one. Will result in a Hearts goal kick. Hearts change. Jardine off, Forsyth on. Monica Forsyth is a creative player, a dangerous player, and Hearts will need her. Girasoli. Hutchison takes. Richards. Damalican on the overlap. First time cross, doesn't reach Timms. Clark wouldn't allow it. Shore goes down. Hearts free kick. Damalican sets. Just wonder, is this too far out for a strike at goal? Can Hearts potentially change the angle for a delivery? It is quite central. Timms and Shore are just in front of the D on the penalty area, hoping to gamble in. So it would suggest a shot from Damalican. There's a little touch. Or so I thought, but it will be a goal kick to Celtic. Maybe I'm just deceived by the spin on the ball. Shore misses. A big part of this just comes down to how Celtic manage the rest of extra time. There's a lot of experience in that team. Lisa Robertson part of that. Celtic will be hoping to just stuff out any Hearts belief. But they are pressing a bit more now. Damalican sends it high. Shore was around. Celtic defend it. Lawton hammers it away. Forsyth. Damalican lifts. Easy to defend for Walsh. Forsyth on the ball once more. Into the final minute of first half. Extra time. Dolan for Forsyth. Shore zips it through for Timms. Dolan points and receives. And Hearts win the corner. Damalican's out swinger. Headed down. And it bounces wide. That was Girasoli. Celtic have defended plenty of the set pieces Hearts have thrown at them this afternoon. But that time Girasoli found a way. Just getting above Kelly Clark. McInerney helps it on. Cross. Is there a chance for Celtic to go further in front? And it's in! They are further in front, and it's Emma Lawton with that characteristic bursting forward. The determination to slide in and be first to the ball makes it Heart of Midlothian 2, Celtic 4. Surely now for Celtic. Cross, who started the scoring with the delivery. That's what you get from Emma Lawton. She's now scored in all of Celtic's 3 Scottish Cup ties so far this campaign. And it's a great time to get it as far as Grant Scott's concerned. Just as the whistle was about to be blown for half-time and extra time. That's it now. Hearts have a mountain to climb in the final 15-minute period that remains. Emma Lawton stepping up for Celtic when it counts after Hannah Luke edged Celtic in front again earlier in first half extra time. 2 big goals in the added on period means half time at extra time. It's Hearts 2, Celtic 4. You can hear the instructions from the Celtic head coach. Quick turnaround, big 15 minutes. The message will be stay focused. This was Celtic's third. A lovely delivery over. Luke applying the finish. And then here Cross dipping the ball in. Just watch Emma Lawton here. Desire, determination. And sticks the right leg out to poke the ball in the back of the net. Celtic have 1 foot in the draw for the Women's Scottish Gas Scottish Cup semi-finals at Barclays Hampden. There's some plotting between the Hearts players, but they need at least 2 goals to take this to a penalty shootout. That's a big ask. But Hearts are a top team. Celtic have already had to navigate a tight encounter with another capital club in their Scottish Cup run this season. A 3-2 victory at Meadowbank against Hibernian. Can Ava Olid's players produce a colossal comeback to keep their Scottish Cup hopes alive? Adama Lakin, too heavy for Richards. It's the first time Celtic have had a 2-goal advantage in the match. Apologies for any bad language you heard. The opportunity of a semi-final means a lot for both of these teams, but to knock out a top flight rival in the process. Just adds to the task. And Celtic have faced 2 in this path already. Can they find another goal? Lawton cut back and sent away. Adamalakin looks to turn it into an attack. Wild. Rabjohn. Short couldn't sweep away. McInerney now on the ball for Celtic. And this is Lisa Robertson passing for Wild. The referee will bring play back for the free kick. Look for Robertson, who goes from distance. A few oohs around Oriam. Chirasoli cuts that one out. Aaron Husband. Celtic's forward line in the face of the Hearts defence, but they find a way to navigate around. Walsh drops the header. Evie Rabjohn. Wild. Clark thrashes that one away. A good pass up to Cross. Lawton accepts a Celtic throw. Shaw. John seemed to take a knock to the side of the head. Play continues. Erin Husband watches. That's the spin away with the ball. Shore moves into space. Chirasoli will step forward. Can Hearts test Lisa Rogers? Timms into Hutchison's feet. I'm not sure she knew where it was instantly. Adamalakin rolls with the studs, finds Richards, fires over, headed away. Shore collects. Clark clears. Shore challenging with Noonan. This is Chirasoli for Hearts. Adamalakin, lovely move, but slipped at the crucial moment.
Time. Jess, back 4. Carly, front 3 with Bailey and Timsy. Mon. 4. Jackie.
There's no easy route through for Hearts. And inside the last 10, Timms, Wild staying close.
Come deeper now, back 4, come deeper now. Good. Sats go central. Carly! Central, Bailey right, Timsy left.
Hanaluk came up with that big moment in first half extra time. That made it 3-2. Chirasoli into the path of Hutchison. It stopped Clark, cool, composed defending. This is Rabjohn. Can only send the ball to Richards. Dolan.
Haley, 1-6, 2 tenths. 1-6, 2 tenths.
Adjustment in the heart shape. Richards. Hutchison couldn't gallop. That's untidy from Celtic though. Now McInerney can cool it down and settle things for Hannah Luke. Erin Husband drives. Richards picks out Girasoli. Hutchison back for Girasoli. The defender just unable to get set right.
Bailey, fullback is you. Fullback is you.
The referee with the countdown. How long the ball's in Lisa Rogers' hands. Adama Lakin. Rabjohn claims for a Celtic throw. The referee awards to Hearts.
Fullbacks are free. They have to deal with the front three.
Richards with the throw, finding Timms. Adama Lakin hopes to hit a maroon jersey, and did. But Rogers can collect.
Narrow one. Go, Carly.
Celtic managing this impressively so far with the advantage. Hearts having the ball, but not really able to create anything clear cut. This is Maddie Wild. Cross another of the Celtic players. Seems to have limitless energy. Rabjohn now. Threads through for cross. She's just slowing up there, but there is no hurry for Celtic. Bounces for short. And it's stretched all the way out wide. For Scythe. Just a little bit too much distance to make up for Hearts there. Wild. Lawton, scorer of Celtic's fourth. Kelly Clark. The touch on is important for Celtic, but Jess Husband graceful in the defending. Johnston lifts high and forward, headed on by Hutchison. Girasoli staying up there as the forward attacker now. Was she pulled back? Hearts certainly think so. Well, head swivel towards the referee. There is no whistle. Kelly Clark just waiting, and Rogers took a heavy touch. The referee didn't feel it was enough to prevent Girasoli making an attempt for the ball. Dolan towards the penalty spot. Timms went down, Girasoli strikes, but the sting was taken out of the strike. Lawton. Excuse that one out of play. There will be a Celtic change. And it's the ex-Hearts player, Jenny Smith, coming on. She'll replace Morgan Cross. The task for Smith is to help her side see this one through against her former club to cement a place in the Women's Scottish Gas Scottish Cup semi-final draw. Smith immediately involved with Adama Lakin. Richards catapults forward. Robertson instructed that she has time. Hearts are running out of it. Only 3 minutes left. They need at least 2 goals. Bailey Hutchison. Dolan can't force the ball through. Monica Forsyth will leave for Jess Husband. Passed to Erin Husband. Now Adama Lakin turning. Rabjohn matches the run. The 2 10s side by side. Headed away by Wild. Wonderful challenge from Dolan. Robertson at her heels. There's not enough options as far as Ellen Dolan's concerned. Richards arriving. Emma Lawton blocks and starts the move forward. Hearts just need to get this forward.
Yes, Erin. Yes, Erin. 1-on-1. 1-on-1.
Erin Husband. Time for Hearts urgency. This is Hutchison. Roger stops. And the flag is raised for offside. So it wouldn't have counted in any case. Celtic so close to the semi-finals. Missed out on silverware last season. They had some big matchups in the UEFA Women's Champions League group stage. Celtic want success, and we're inside the final 30 seconds. Celtic will be happy to keep the ball down this end of the pitch. The normal extra time period has expired. We're into added on time. Celtic will continue to keep it in the corner. It's a Hearts throw. How long is left? Adama Lakin will just get it forward. Wild beats Timms to it. Wild runs into Richards, but there's enough to block. Timms. Hearts awarded the free kick. Timms launches the flick on. Hutchison there, and Hutchison scores. Is it too little, too late, though? How long do we have left of added on time and extra time? It's Hearts 3, Celtic 4. Is there enough time on the clock for one more Hearts chance? Celtic just fire it far away. Celtic are screaming for the full-time whistle. Rabjohn heads forward off the back of Ailey Shore. Celtic throw. Celtic are in no hurry to take this. And why would they be? Noonan spinning in the corner. That is full time and extra time. Celtic are through to the Women's Scottish Gas Scottish Cup semi-finals. Emma Lawton, the match winner. A 7-goal thriller in the capital. A superb quarter-final tie between two top-flight sides. Grant Scott, with just over a handful of games in charge, will be taking his Celtic team to Barclays Hampden for a Scottish Cup semi-final. It's heartbreak again for Heart of Midlothian in this campaign following extra time defeat to Glasgow City in the previous season. But an entertaining cup tie between two top sides in Scotland. Celtic kept scoring, Hearts kept hitting back, but Emma Lawton providing the crucial fourth goal to advance Celtic into the semi-finals. The celebrations for the Celtic players, but it's frustration for Eva Olid, who isn't able to guide Hearts back to the Scottish Cup final this season like she did in 2024. But Celtic have their sights set on silverware again. In the end of season showpiece, their last victory lifting the trophy in 2023 with a 2-0 win against their rivals Rangers, who do look like they are taking their place in the draw too. Remember, the draw tomorrow, 7 PM on the Scottish Cup social channels. Let's have a look at a thrilling set of highlights from this match. Morgan Cross with a pinpoint finish to score the first of the game and put Celtic ahead. Timms providing a sweeping pass for Jardine in space with a fantastic finish into the top left corner to make it 1-1. And then added on time in the first half, Weston feeds the ball through, deflection off Georgia Hunter, looped over Johnston, and Celtic went into the interval with a 2-1 advantage. But in the second half, another deflection, this time in favour of Hearts, when Tim's strike was deflected beyond Rodgers. In extra time, Rabjohn feeding over, Luke applying the finish, sending Celtic to a 3-2 advantage, and then Morgan Cross providing for the bursting run of Emma Lawton to slide in. Hearts did manage to reply through Bailey Hutchison, but it was too late in the game and there was no other chance afterwards to try and level the scores. But Grant Scott keeps his Celtic side driving forward. There's positive vibes around the squad after he left the reigning SWPL champions Hibs to take over at Celtic. Remember, the draw tomorrow, Monday night, 7 p.m. on the Scottish Cup social channels. Tune in for that one to see the semi-final lineup. Thank you very much for joining me here at Oriam this afternoon for this Women's Scottish Gas Scottish Cup quarter-final, where after extra time it finishes Hearts 3, Celtic 4.